So, the TBR of November, you're gonna find that. So, because I'm gonna remind. So, the first book I read. I'm a wonderful booktuber because I don't remember the authors of any of the books I read. That's great for me. So, and I am but hopefully I can. I don't know. Oh my god. Gave me the book from the book. There are the because again and so. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new. If you're hi, I'm Ra. I love to read and talk about books, and this is a place on the internet where we do that. This is the place where we talk about books and the book related things. And for today's video, I have my October wrap up and November TBR for you. So let's get on with the video. So, if you have seen any of these videos in my channel before, you know that I make my wrap-up videos and my TBR videos separately. But I decided to merge those two this month because I did my TBR video with the books I wanted to read for the month of October at the beginning of the month, and I ended up not following that TBR at all. Like, I did not read any of those books, but I ended up reading 5 books still. So here I am to tell you those 5 books, but because I have not read any of the books that I said I was going to read, you're going to find that the books on my November TBR are very similar, if not the exact same book. So I'm going to be reminding those books that I'm going to be trying and read in November at the end of the video, so wait for that. And now let's get on with me telling you this 4 books plus one that I read on my ebook. So the first book I read this month, I don't have physically because I read it on my ebook, and it is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine Engel, I think it is. I don't remember the author now, but I think it's Madeleine Engel. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And I read this book because I am filming this video that I've been hyping up for so long, but I have not finished reading the books I have to read for that video yet, so I'm still hyping it up. What I was saying, so yeah, I read this book for that video, and so yeah, I read it and I don't remember what it was about too much because I was at the beginning of the month kind of in a book slump, so I was not really knowing what the books I was reading were about, so I don't really remember what this book was about. But I did like it. I did like the process of reading it, and it was fun to read. So I rated it 3.75 or 3.5 stars. I don't remember. I will put the rating on the screen. I feel that I am a very, very bad booktuber right now because I don't remember the ratings I gave to books. I don't remember the authors. I just feel like I'm horrible right now. So after A Wrinkle in Time, I finished this book that it is, oh my gosh. I finished this book that it is The Atlantic Librarian by Manuel Pimentel. This is a Spanish book. I got it as a present last year for my birthday, and I read it during the summer, then I finished it at the beginning of this month. It is a bit, like, you can tell that I read it, and I did love this book. I really liked it. It is a very cool story about this librarian that believes that the Atlantic is real, and so there's this mystery going on of people trying to find the Atlantic and finding like proofs and stuff, and it is good. I really liked it. I think I rated it 3.75 if I'm not wrong. I want to put all the ratings on the screen because I don't remember the ratings I have given to the books I read this month. I just don't. But yeah, I really liked it, and my aunt who gifted this book to me asked me to let her read the book, and I said yes. And now that I think about it, I don't know why I said yes, because the book is annotated. You don't know how I annotate, but I know it, and I'm very scared of what she can say of my annotations, so I don't know why I said yes, but I'm gonna still, let her read the book because the book is good and I know she was interested in it, so hopefully she doesn't say anything weird about my annotations. So after this book, I read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I read this book for university. This is the third time I have read this book. I read it like 3 years ago or 4 years ago in Spanish, and then last year I read it for uni, and then I had to reread it for this year as well because I'm retaking that subject. So I read it for uni, and I rated it 3.5 stars if I'm not wrong. The book is good. It was just that because I was in this kind of book slump, I was not completely super involved in the story, but the book is good. We all know what Frankenstein is about. I feel like Mary Shelley is amazing. I love 19th century novels, so I knew I was gonna like it. Now hope I have never been on this like weird book slump, because I know I would have enjoyed this book so much more if I had not been on a book slump at the beginning of the month. So, because I was in a book slump and I didn't want to be in a book slump, I decided to start the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Usher. And these are the two books I read this month. I read The Fine Print and I read Terms and Conditions. I'm currently reading The Final Offer, and hopefully you see that video next week because I am doing reading vlogs of the 3 books. These 2 are already up on my channel in case you want to go and see it. And so the 3rd reading vlog is hopefully gonna come next week. Hopefully. I don't know, but hopefully it is. And so these are the other 2 books I read this month. The Fine Print, you have a whole video about it, and I don't want to say too much, but I did like it. I rated it 4.75 stars, if I'm not wrong. And I rated Terms and Conditions, I rated this book 3.75 or 3.5. I don't remember. But I didn't like this much as the first one because the tropes in this book were not my favorites, and these tropes are not my favorite, so I knew this rating was going to be lower, but I still really liked it. I love Lauren Usher's books, and again, I have a whole reading vlog of this book, so you can go and see the reading vlogs of these 2 books when you finish this one, because again, both of them are up in my channel right now. You can go and see it. They are both spoiler free, so you can see it without getting spoilers. And then at the end of both videos there is this little spoiler part in case you have read the books and you want to see my reactions or like my opinions on certain stuff that happens in the book. You can see it, but only if you have read the book, obviously. So those are the books I read this month. Again, I don't know how I managed to read 5 books this month, and none of them are part of the TBR video I did at the beginning of the month, which is kind of crazy. But I do have to say that I did start some of the books that were on that video. So hopefully in the November wrap-up you can see those books, because again, I have started them, I just have not finished them yet. So now let me remind you the books that I said at the beginning of this month that I was going to read, and those are the books that I'm going to be reading, or I'm going to be trying to read this month of November. So let me remind you those books. So as a reminder of the books that I said at the beginning of the month that I was going to read, in case you have not seen that video or in case you don't remember, I said I wanted to read Pride and Prejudice, which I did start. So you're going to see this book on the wrap-up. I did start this book, so you're going to see this one, so this one. Then this book by Agatha Christie, that is like a compilation of 3 books of hers, so this one, and then this one that is Skin Trade by Lauren Kelly Hamilton. Those are the 3 books I said I wanted to read on physical, which are hopefully the 3 books I read this month on physical. And then on my ebook, I said I wanted to read The Smoke of Thieves, which I have not started, but I'm very I think I'm going to be starting it in literally 2 days. I wanted to finish The Best Thing by Marissa Potter, which I have not finished yet, so you're going to see that on the wrap-up as well, hopefully. And then I wanted to read Miss Peregrine and the Home of Peculiar Children, We Are Okay, Birthday by Meredith Russo, and the 2nd and 3rd book by the Zodiac Academy series. So those are the books that I'm going to be trying and read this month of November. Hopefully this month I do stick to it. I normally stick to the TBRs I make, but sometimes once in a while my mood goes and says, no, you did a TBR, but you're not going to follow it at all. And this was one of those months where I decided to just not read any of the books I said I wanted to read. So hopefully on November I do read these books that I just said. And so if you want to see if I actually stick to the TBR this month, subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notifications so you get notified when I post the video or any other videos I post throughout the month of November, which I do have some videos coming up that are very exciting. So you can do that, like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, And so yeah, hopefully you do that so you can see if I actually stick to this TBR that I have made twice with the exact same books. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, as I said, like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, love you all. Bye everyone.